So we've looked at Microsoft 365 phone system, business voice, enterprise voice, the features you get with business voice, and the licenses that are required for you to successfully deploy business voice. Now we are set and ready to deploy business voice. Before you can do that, you need to have what we call Microsoft 365 Tenant. This is basically the representative of your organization and the virtual world, right? We are talking about an instance of Microsoft 365 and your organization's data that is stored in a specific location. So you need to do this if you do not have a tenant yet. To successfully set up a Microsoft 365 tenant, you need to grab any license and you can proceed with the setup. So here we are, you open in the browser, let's say compare Microsoft 365 plans. Here we go. So I'm just going to hit this and compare Microsoft 365 plans. So I'm just going to load this. So we've got subscriptions for home and for business as well. I'm going to go for home. And in order not to make the video boring, I will be pausing the video intermittently so that the page loadings will not detract you. Okay, so when that happens, kindly pardon me this outcome. So here we are with the business subscriptions. So we have Microsoft 365 Business Basics, Business Standard. The interesting aspect of this is that you can trial all of these licenses for a specific number of days, precisely 30 days. Okay, and even upon expiry you can still extend the trial window before you can pay for it. Now I'm just going to go for Microsoft 365 Business Basics for now, and I'll show you something going forward. Right, so this is opening a new tab. These are the informations you need to provide in order to try this particular license. Okay, right, so you have to enter details about yourself, how you sign in, quantity, your payment methods, and all that. I am just going to pause this session because I will be entering my personal details like email address, my credit card details. So I'll just pause this real quick, and when I'm done I'll just resume the video. So we are done purchasing our trial license. Our tenant has been set up and an account as well has been created for me. And so let's just try to navigate to that particular account. And to do this, you go to office.com, and this will just take you to the login portal. Right, you can go to office.com. Others also prefer going to quora.office.com. It's the same thing. It will take you to the same login. Teams for the experts. On Microsoft.com. Just go ahead and enter my login credentials. Right, so I have admin privileges with this very account, and so because of that I'll be able to manage this particular tenant. Okay, so what I mean by admin privilege is that I have a global access to manage most of the services with regards to this particular tenant. I'm just going to click on this. This will open a new tab. Boom, boom, here we go. Right, so here we are in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, the web-based portal from where you can manage, configure everything about Microsoft 365, and also you can be able to access other Microsoft 365 related admin centers like compliance, Azure Active Directory, Exchange, and all that. Right, now we have created a user when we were setting up this particular tenant, and for the purposes of this particular video we're going to create about 5 different users. So to do this, you go to users, active users, and then you just go ahead and enter the credentials for this particular user. Test user, and so it's just going to be test underscore user1 at teams4theexpert.microsoft.com. Automatically create a password? No. Require this user to change? No, we're not going to do any of this. And so I'm just going to enter a password on my own, and make sure the password that you are entering for the user is a strong one, else you'll not be able to go through. Do I want to assign a license to this particular user? No, I am not going to assign a license to this very user for now. So you can just select quit user without product license. We're going to get different sets of trial licenses, and then we will assign it to this user, so you can have a proper understanding of the license combinations that I talked about earlier. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead, and this tenant is in the US. I need admin role? No, just a user. I don't want to assign an admin privilege to this particular account. So this is a summary of the profile we are creating, and you just go ahead, glance through, make sure everything is accurate, and then you just hit finish adding. So we are done, and I'm just going to go ahead and close this page. Okay, so I'm going to create the other users, but then again, I don't want you to get bored, so I'll just pause the video real quick once I go and create these users, and when I'm done, I'll just resume the video. Okay, right, so we are done creating our users here. We've got about 7 different users here, right? So the next step is to assign licenses to this particular users that you just created.